Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over my exact outreach systems and sales systems, which I use personally in my agency. Okay, quite frankly they are quite simplified on here because, to be honest, we don't really use Miro boards as often. However, I'll be going into a bit more detail explaining a bit about how they work. As you can see here, we've got three different types. The first top one here is the outreach system. We use two main outreach methods at the moment, SMS and cold calling. We'll go over both of them and how I kind of like use my infrastructure to actually do that. Down here we've got the sales system. This is kind of how it works after we've booked an appointment with our lead. We'll see how how our calls are conducted. We've got a discovery call, we've got a main meeting, and then over here we've got price objection. This is one of the most common objections we get, just due to the nature of our offer and our pricing. So we've made a little bit of like a system to help solve that. So without further ado, let's get straight into the outreach system. So let's start with SMS. Okay, so how the SMS system works, we've got 4 phone numbers. Okay, and I do this through my phone. Okay, I don't use Go High Level because, to be honest with you, when you do it at scale, for example 100 SMS a day, it does rack up the bills, to be honest with you. And this, I can do it for around £10 a month. That's how much this SMS system costs in total. So as you can see here, we've got 4 phone numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these phone numbers are eSIMs, which I buy from a website called Spoozu. Okay, and I think we could probably get one up here. 1 second. Let's look in our bookmarks. Yeah, so as you can see here on Money Supermarket, this is the exact one I have. Okay, Spoozu SIM only deals. So it's a pretty good offer, to be honest with you. It is. It's been redirected to the webpage here. Yeah, so it's £2.90 a month. So roughly £3 a month. Again, you get 1 gigabyte of data. The data honestly doesn't matter. We won't be using the data, but the most important thing, you get unlimited minutes and unlimited text. Okay, and this is going to be until 2026. Okay, won't go up in price, and that's probably the best thing about it. Okay, it's cheap, and you get unlimited minutes and text. Like, think about how much that's going to cost with like an external software like Go High Level, where you get it all for £3 a month. Okay, on here, which means you don't have to send a limited amount of texts. I will go over that later though, because I recommend doing so. But you don't have to. That's the main point of it. And that's what makes it really good. So yeah, we've got 4 numbers. Each of them costs £3 each. So in total around £4 a month for the SMS numbers. And they're all eSIM. So if you've got an iPhone, this is kind of how it works perfectly. If you don't have an iPhone, you've got like an Android, it can still work. But I don't think it'll work with the apps which I use. So if you've not got an Apple, then unfortunately you should probably use Go High Level. It'll work about the same. So yeah, 4 numbers. Each of those phone numbers send 25 texts per day. Okay, the reason we do that, is because I've had issues in the past with my phone numbers being like blacklisted, stuff like that. Because the more text if literally one person reports your phone number after you send a text, your phone number will stop delivering messages, stop sending messages. You'll be banned from iMessage. So we're trying to reduce the reliance on one number as much as possible. Honestly, you could send 100 SMS per phone number, or just have one phone number and send 100 SMS from that. But in my opinion, that's too risky, because then it will pause your SMS outreach until you get a new phone number, and then you'll have to maybe warm up a bit more, and then a nightmare pretty much, because then you can't cancel the other phone number if you've not got the login. So we just like to have it split out. So for example, one phone number gets banned, we can still use the other 3 and send 75 texts in that day. But yeah, if you want to scale it more and more, obviously buy more phone numbers. If you want to scale it more than that, send more texts. That's kind of how it works. So yeah, 100 SMS per day in total, with a 2% meeting book rate, which is roughly about what you should be looking to get as a KPI. Should be looking to get 2 meetings per day from texts. And how the actual SMS system works is, so it starts off with you sending out a text message. Okay, I should have really included it in here, but basically you send out the text message. Okay, you wait for them. You wait for a positive reply, so someone who's interested, and then what you do is you book in a a phone call appointment. Okay, well, not an appointment, just like a quick 5-10 minute phone call where you'd go over, well, what I use as my cold calling script. So pretty much explaining kind of like the process, very, very high level, explain the offer, and then look to book an appointment in. So it's kind of like a pre-qualification process. So you're not going to book an appointment with them through the text because, if you send like a calendar link or something, quite frankly, it just won't work. Okay, if you do it over the phone, it's much more concise. You can get an opinion right then. You don't need to follow up. Simple. Just call them, book an appointment in from there. That's how the SMS system works. So yeah, that's kind of how it is. Very, very high level. 4 phone numbers, 100 SMS, 2 meetings per day. That's kind of what we get from the SMS outreach system. So next is cold call. This is the main one, and probably the most consistent one. 2 cold callers. So we've got 2 appointment setters in the agency at the moment. Okay. As you can see, cold caller 1, cold caller 2. We're going to have a minimum of 50 dials per day. Now, obviously, this is all dependent on how many hours they can do. Okay. I'm actually having a meeting with them in like 2 hours. So an update meeting to see if we'll be able to increase the amount of dials per day. We're looking to get around 100 to 200 dials per day to get proper meetings. So yeah, we're looking to get also a 4 to 5% meeting book rate as well through this. So 50 dials per day each, which was 100 dials per day in total. That's very low end. Okay. Look definitely to get more than that. Okay, with a 3% meeting book rate, 3 to 4, getting 2 meetings per day. Obviously the same, which totals 4 meetings per day. Now, this is just for the appointment setters. I do my own cold calling, and obviously, as I have been doing it for quite a while, I am more experienced in this industry itself, so I can get probably better results than what the appointment setters can. So yeah, that take the meeting book rate and the KPIs with a pinch of salt. They are very low estimates. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. Obviously, we phone them up. I'm not going to go through my script in this video. If you want to see my cold calling script and me go over it in detail, comment down below and let me know, and I'll make a video on the cold calling script. And yeah, that's kind of how the cold calling system works. 2 appointment setters, 4 meetings per day. So in terms of the outreach, we're looking to get around 6 meetings per day from cold outreach, which is pretty decent. Okay. However, we're going to look to definitely scale that up to around 10 meetings per day in the near future. Next, onto the sales system. So, how does the sales system work? So, book an appointment, okay? We book the appointment through Calendly. Obviously, this is done through cold calls or SMS. Once the meeting's booked, we'll do a phone call discovery. Okay, normally people do like a 2-call close where they'd go on one Zoom meeting, talk to them about their business, understand their problems, stuff like that, and then book another meeting. We don't do that because, quite frankly, it's wasting time. Okay, we've booked in a meeting for this time. That we are going to aim to get a sale on that meeting. Okay, but before the call, so as you can see here, either one day before the call, or if it's booked the next day, we'll do it a few hours before. We'll give them a phone call, and we will do the discovery call on there. Okay, asking a few questions from the discovery phase of our meeting. Obviously, there will still be a small little discovery phase at the start of the meeting, just to warm the lead up into the meeting. So yeah, it's kind of like a call introducing yourself and conducting discovery. Not looking to sell anything at all, but just to understand about their business. For example, here's some questions to ask. What motivated them to book a meeting? Dig deeper into the pain point. So, for example, when you say whatever the answer was to book a meeting, what do you mean? Just dig deeper. What does your ideal or dream customer look like? How are you currently getting customers? Are you comfortable with how it's going on the growth side of the business? Stuff like that, for example. And then, what is your revenue goal per month in 12 months? Get an estimate of what they're aiming for, and then ask where they are at now, which also gives a good aspect, look of what their budget could be. Then we'll do a qualification check. This will be on the phone call as well, so answering the questions. If they meet the qualification outcome by answering the questions correct, we will go ahead with the meeting. If they do not qualify, then we'll for whenever it was scheduled. And then an hour before the call, we'll call them up, or I will call them up, obviously done by me, to confirm the meeting, just to make sure that they're still available to go. And then we'll reconfirm the meeting 15 minutes before the call. Okay, just make sure that they know where the Zoom link is and they're still available to attend. And then obviously we'll have the meeting. So that's kind of like the sales system, how it works from booking an appointment to getting an appointment to show up. And finally, we have got the price objection. So just for a reference, yellow is what the prospect says, blue is what you say, and the green is like the logic, so kind of like the thinking behind it. Prospect says it's too expensive. Now the first thing is you don't know why they're saying that. Okay, you don't know what their belief or what anything behind that is. Okay, so you need to dig deeper into that. Okay, is it maybe more expensive than the competitor? Is it out of budget? Do they not see the value compared to what you're offering or compared to what the price is? That's what you need to figure out. Okay, and whichever you can figure out, then you can tailor the approach to that. So, what is the reply which you say when they say it's too expensive? Okay, having those other things in mind. For example, in what way? Just say, in what way? Get them to explain a bit more about what they're saying, because it could just be, a knee-jerk reaction. You need to dig deeper into that. You need to understand why they're saying that. Okay, maybe too expensive. Too expensive? Something like that in a curious tone. Get them to explain more. Okay, it's kind of like a question, but you're just mirroring exactly what they say back to them. And then, how do you mean? Okay, that's pretty simple. Getting them to explain, a bit like the first one, in what way. So when you say, obviously, it's too expensive, you need to repeat back what they're saying. Okay, it shows that, you're active listening, you understand what they're saying, but at the same time, you don't understand what they're saying. You need to think deeper. How is it too expensive? What? I've never got this before. Something like that. So you need to get them into results-based thinking over price-based thinking. Okay, you need to get them to understand what is the result that they're going to get with you from working with you, rather than how much is this going to cost me working with you. Okay, that's what you need to get them to think. Okay, because if they keep thinking, this is going to cost me £5,000, rather than thinking it's going to make me £10,000, okay, they're more likely to not buy if they're thinking like that. You need to get them to thinking, this is going to make me £10,000. This is going to make me a return on investment, and you need to show that by offering value, by maybe a guarantee, and building trust with the lead. And that even starts before the meeting as well. So, results-based thinking is the end result, and what they want to achieve, not the short-term cost. Need to evaluate the long-term benefits. For example, here is a script of what you said. Let's say the name's John, and the goal per month is, let's say, 50k a month. Well, John, in reality, is it more expensive for you to get the funds together and get the high quality appointments into your diary consistently so you can scale to that £30,000 a month? Or is it more expensive to keep going and to go quote out the bad leads which you've already getting, okay, and explain 2 pain points, for example, inconsistent leads, okay, roller coaster months, poor leads who can't even buy, and you've never been able to scale the business. Let me go from the top, because obviously that was quite experienced. Let's just write it in here. So, for example, let's say a pain point of theirs, this is for the home improvement industry. We've got inconsistent leads, and let's say another one, roller coaster month. Ignore the spelling. Right, let's start again. So let's say, for example, they say it's too expensive. Nah, sorry, it's too expensive. Too expensive. And then they obviously explain what they mean. And then you reply, well, John, in reality, is it more expensive for you to maybe get the funds together and get high quality appointments into your diary consistently, so obviously you can scale to £30,000 a month? Or is it more expensive just to keep going, to go quote out the bad leads which you're getting, get inconsistent leads, and still have these roller coaster months, and you'll never be able to scale this business? In reality, which one is more expensive? You need to be you need to be kind of concerned for them. Okay, it shows that you are invested in what they're doing. So that is kind of like the script which we use. This works the same with other objections, similar to this as well. For example, if the objection is maybe too risky, change expensive to risky. So for example, Well, John, in reality, is it more risky for you to get the funds together, get high quality? You understand what I'm saying. This expensive word here can be changed to whatever the objection is. Example, risky. Yeah, as you can see, well name is it more, yeah. So yeah, that is kind of the price objection kind of worked out there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. That has been my outreach system, sales system, and price objection. If you're a business owner and maybe there's sales, or you want to learn a bit more about what we do, comment down below, or actually don't comment down below. Look in the description for my Instagram and then send me a DM or WhatsApp through there. And then obviously we can schedule a call, maybe a discovery call as well, and then see if we can actually help you, because we don't work with everyone. We only work with people who we are confident that will get results. And same with if you're an agency owner. Okay, if you're an agency owner, you want to scale your agency, helping me to implement some of these systems and also some other systems which we've used in the past, let me know. Also by sending me a DM on Instagram in the description down below. @AlbiScarborough is the Instagram handle. So yeah, send me a DM on Instagram if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video, subscribe, and comment down below. And yeah, speak soon. Bye bye.